Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for your patience as we worked through a couple issues that we had to get resolved. My name is Rob Exum. I am the Vice President of Student Affairs with Sonoran Desert Institute. So I wanted to welcome you all to our new student webinar for our November start. Thank you very much for taking the time to join us tonight. We're very excited to have all of you as students at Sonoran Desert Institute. We look forward to working with all of you to be as successful as you want to be throughout your time here. We can't wait to get you started. We have great programs, great courses that all of you are going to thoroughly enjoy. So we're very excited to have you all on board. We want to welcome you to the SDI family. Before we get started, I want to make sure you guys understand how to use the questions section. So throughout the presentation, you can ask your questions. You can type them in over on the side. We're going to go through each department, so we'll probably answer your question throughout the presentation, but if we didn't answer your question or if there's something you feel you need to ask, go ahead and type it in there, and one of our student services advisors, Lindsay Peterson, will be handling your questions throughout the time. At the end of the webinar, probably about the last 20 or 30 minutes, we'll open it up to questions that we haven't answered, so we'll get everything answered before you leave tonight. If we don't get to your questions before we leave tonight, then you can email any of the representatives that we talk about throughout the time here, and they can get those questions answered for you. So really quickly, to make sure that you understand how to submit a question, I want you to tell me, since we're in the holiday season, I want to know what's your favorite dish for Thanksgiving. So type that over in the question so we can kind of get to know you a little bit better. And we're going to go ahead and get started. I'd like to introduce the president of Sonoran Desert Institute, Tracy Lee, and she's going to welcome you all to the webinar and welcome you to SDI. Tracy, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Rob. I just want to personally welcome each and every one of you to Sonoran Desert Institute. I will tell you, you are going to get inundated with a lot of information during the next hour. So I encourage you to listen and take notes, but also remember that we do send out a recording of this afterwards that you can always refer back to, and you have a whole wealth of resources that you can refer back to, whether it's the website, the catalog, your advisors that you'll be introduced to tonight. And just don't hesitate to circle back to those resources to refresh the information you get tonight. But I just know there's a lot that you're about to hear. So we end up having a lot of questions that come down the road, which is fine. We encourage that, and chances are we covered it tonight, so it's definitely a good opportunity to hear it, know you heard it, but know that you can always refer back to these other resources down the road as well. So welcome all of you. We're excited to get you started, and I'll turn you back to Rob.
Thank you very much, Tracy. So up first, we're going to get started with one of our lead instructors, Kip Carpenter. Kip has over 40 years of experience in the industry, and he's going to talk about the exciting times and some of the things that you can look forward to throughout your program. Kip, go ahead and take it away. Kip, you might be on mute. Okay, Kip, I guess Kip is having some phone issues, so we will move on to our Director of Admissions, Denise Turner. And I'm sure many of you have already been in contact with the admissions team throughout your enrollment process. So Denise, go ahead and take it away.
Great, thanks, Rob. On behalf of the SDI admissions team, we would like to welcome you all and are super excited that you have chosen SDI to further your education and, of course, your career. One of the goals here at SDI is to ensure that you all have a fantastic student experience from start to finish, and actually everything in between as well. Please reach out to any of us at any time to help you fulfill that commitment in creating a great student experience for each and every one of you. You can certainly call your admissions rep at any time if you're not sure who to reach out to, and we will always point you in the right direction. The admissions team would love to hear from you at any point during your time or even after you finish at SDI to hear about your experience or any feedback that you would like to share with us. We love to hear from students and alumni. And as Tracy indicated, In the beginning, you guys will all be getting a video, or I shouldn't say a video, a recorded of this orientation so that you can have it for future reference. It is a great resource of information. Thank you all, and welcome to SDI.
Thank you very much, Denise. Up next, we're going to go to the Financial Services Department with one of our Financial Services advisors, Philippe Constantino, and he's going to cover all of the financial services information. Philippe, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Rob. Hello, everyone. We at the Financial Service Department welcome you to SDI. If at any time you have any questions, please be certain to reach out to myself or Heather. By now, you should all have received a financial service welcome email with the subject Funding Your Education. In order to start class, we want all funding to be completed or an approved status. If you are on this call, you should be in that status. There should be no lingering documents here, but if there is, please reach out to us tomorrow. Your TA for tuition assistance, your point of contact will be Jason Reynolds. In order for your TA to pay for your classes, it must be approved before starting that particular class. It cannot be approved after you have begun your coursework. Your TA will be revisited each semester to be certain it is approved, so there will be continuous communication with your financial service department. Your point of contact will be myself, Heather, and Michael. During your enrollment, we aim to certify your classes to the VA about a month prior to the start of each semester. We may not reach out to you directly unless it is needed, so please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions during your enrollment. We first certify your credit hours as to not to delay any BAH payments, book stipends. Then about 3 weeks after the class starts and your attendance is posted, we will go back and certify your tuition and fees. As we make these adjustments and amendments to your VA certifications, you may get an automatically generated email telling you we've done this. Please do not be alarmed if you see these emails. It just means that we're working your file. BAH will pay on or around 1st of the month, prorated for the dates enrolled for the month prior. Our goal is for our students to be financially aware, so before you send us a copy of your certificate of eligibility, please review your eligibility information as well as the amount of training time you have left. Our programs are different, so please be certain you have enough training time left to complete your program that you enrolled in. Tips for your VA funding. Please note, it is always better to complete your class than to withdraw from your class. If you complete it, the VA will pay for it. If you withdraw or stop attending a class, the VA is notified, and this will create a debt to the VA. Any BAH or tuition overpayment that was made, the student will receive the debt letter, and the student makes the refund back to the VA. For our Chapter 30 students, Montgomery GI Bill and Chapter 1606, reminder, you will need to self-certify your enrollment each month on the WAVE website. This will trigger your monthly payment to you from the VA. Please remember that the VA pays the student directly, and then the student must make that payment to the school for tuition and fees. Again, this is only for our Montgomery GI Bill students. If you guys have a piece of paper right now, please take note for the GI Bill hotline phone number. It is 1-888-442-4551. Again, it's a GI Bill hotline phone number at 1-888-442-4551. Please be certain that you are informing the VA directly of any address change. This is a new policy as of June 2017. If you receive return mail, they will attempt to obtain a new address from the veteran by phone calls and emails. If a new valid mailing address is not received within 30 days, they will stop payment, not only to the school, but also to the students. This means your BAH will stop until they have a current and accurate address on file. For our out-of-pocket students, if you've been set up to make any out-of-pocket payment for the school, your point of contact will be Brashawn Bryant. If you are Chapter 33 and less than 100% covered by your VA benefits, or if you are Chapter 30 where the VA pays a student, not the school, then it will be the student's responsibility to call in and set up a payment plan with the school regarding the balance not covered. Please note, you could be at risk of not being able to continue on to your next semester if your balances are not paid to the school or a payment plan has not been arranged. Also, graduation credentials will be held off upon graduation if your balances are not paid in full. Again, your point of contact for that is Brashawn Bryant, so if you have any type of payment plan that you need to set up, please reach out to him. For FSA, for financial aid, the most important document that you need to complete is the FAFSA. It's a free application for federal student aid. It is an application to determine your eligibility for federal student loans and the federal Pell Grant. If you qualify for the Pell Grant, it is money that you do not have to pay back. If you qualify for student loans, that is money that you do have to pay back. At this time, federal financial aid can only be used towards the associate degree program. Unfortunately, it is not available for any of our certificate programs. Again, just for the associate degree program, not for certificate programs. We have a number of different programs that determine eligibility and required documents. We should have already been in contact with you regarding this. If you are enrolled in the associate degree program and have completed a FAFSA but have not spoken to myself or Heather, please reach out to us tomorrow so we can further discuss what is needed for your file. Most of you who have completed a FAFSA should have already received a financial aid award letter. The award letter will give you a breakdown of what you qualified for. It will give you some estimated disbursement dates and how the disbursements work for the academic year. If you have chosen federal financial aid in excess of direct costs, your stipend will be sent to you within 14 days of the overage appearing on your account. Due to the different disbursement timeframes for various funding options, these overages can be sent throughout your semester. So basically that means if you've chosen the max amount of federal aid with Pell Grant and there is a credit on your account at any time, once that credit is posted, it will be released within 14 days of that overage appearing on your account. You will also be notified by email by me. Just notify when to expect your stipend check. Please be certain that you take a close look at your expected disbursement dates on your award letter. So the award letter is a very important document. It will give you a lot of information that you need to know. But if you have any questions on that, you can give myself a call or Heather as well. For financial aid students, just before your third semester, you can expect the Financial Service Department to reach out to you regarding your financial aid and your second award year. We will let you know if there's anything that is needed at that time. Again, we'd like to welcome you to Sonoran Desert Institute. I look forward to working with you. And if you guys have any questions, concerns, please give me a call back tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Philippe. Up next, we're going to go to our Student Services Department with one of our Student Services Advisors, Shannon Oliver, and she's going to cover all of the Student Services information. Go ahead, Shannon.
Hello, everybody. My name is Shannon, and I'm one of 4 Student Services Advisors. Students have been assigned an advisor based on their last name. Kimber Motes assists students whose last name begins with A through E. I, Shannon Oliver, assist students with last names F through K. Morgan Murray is assigned students L through Q. And Lindsay Peterson is assigned students with last names R through Z. Your first set of courses will be uploaded into the online classroom Monday the 13th. If at the end of the business day Monday the courses have not been uploaded or you're experiencing any trouble accessing your classroom, please reach out to your student service advisor as soon as possible. It is important to begin your courses as soon as possible within the first week and that you continue to work in all your scheduled courses on a weekly basis throughout your enrollment. A student who has not posted attendance after 14 days is subject to the drop policy. Attendance is defined by SDI as submitting written assignments, course-related discussion boards, and/or submissions of an exam. Simply logging into your classroom is not considered as posted attendance. Please be advised there is a week break scheduled in between each 16-week semester. If you begin to fall behind or anticipate a delay of attendance, please be sure to communicate with your assigned SSA. Communication is key. If we do not know, we cannot help. By now, you should have received information regarding your student portal, not to be confused with your online classroom. The student portal is a web-based application designed to address information needs such as ledgers, schedules, school notifications, missing documents, current GPA, and up-to-date demographic information. All email communication from SDI will go to your SDI student email address. It is your responsibility to check your SDI email account on a consistent basis to ensure you have received and read all SDI notifications. Shipment orders for students beginning on Monday the 13th have been placed. Tracking information is generated from our shipping department. During your program, a majority of shipments will require an indirect signature. Be sure to review the tracking information to confirm whether an indirect signature will be required or not. Questions and concerns regarding shipments or materials must be directed to the shipping department. They can be contacted via email at shipping@sdi.edu or by phone at 480-744-0845. If you have enrolled in the Advanced Gunsmithing Certificate Program or Associate of Science in Firearm Technology Program, official transcripts by now should have been received or requested. We require all transcripts from prior institutions to be on file prior to the end of your first semester. Failure to submit all transcripts may disrupt your academic progress until they have been received. Also, keep in mind transcripts are only considered official if it arrives to the school sealed, unopened, and sent directly to SDI. This also includes electronic requests of transcripts. Copies of transcripts will be rejected. If you have any further questions pertaining to transcripts, please reach out to our registrar, Caitlin Mullins, at Caitlin, CAITLIN, at sdi.edu or transcripts@sdi.edu. She will also be available to answer questions afterwards. As a reminder, it is extremely important that you post attendance in all of your scheduled courses on a weekly basis. 14 days of inactivity will result in a withdraw or drop. Once again, attendance is only posted by the submission of a written assignment, discussion board post, and/or submission of an exam. Should you have any additional questions prior to your start date or during your program, please feel free to reach out to your assigned SSA. We look forward to working with you.
Thank you very much, Shannon. Up next, we're going to go to our Associate Registrar, Brooke Ennis, and she's going to cover the Faculty Services Department. Brooke, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Rob. My name is Brooke Ennis, and I'm the Associate Registrar here at SDI. And by now, you should have received your login credentials from Student Services, so please log into the online classroom and become familiar with it. All current courses will appear on your dashboard. If you are a new student, you will see that you are enrolled in the SDI Student Orientation. Please be sure to go through the course very thoroughly, as there is a lot of important information you will need to know. Some of these include training videos, plagiarism information, and proctoring information. Students in the AGS and ASFT programs will take up to 4 proctored exams throughout their studies. The following courses are proctored: BBS 200, FAT 200, FTT 130, and TSF 100. SDI currently uses ProctorU, a service that allows test takers to complete exams at their scheduled convenience while still ensuring exam integrity for institutions. More information on ProctorU can be located in the top section of your proctored courses. If you don't remember anything else that I had just said about ProctorU, please remember this. Schedule and take your exam before your course end date. If you schedule your exam for a date that is after your course end date, you run the risk of failing the course and having to retake it. Once in your actual courses, all important information will be located in the top section of your course. These items will include course syllabus, course textbook, instructor name and email, grading rubric, any additional ebooks for the course. As previously mentioned by Student Services, all email communication from SDI will go to your student email address. This includes all instructor contact. It is your responsibility to check your SDI email account on a regular basis to ensure that you have received and read all SDI notifications. If you need to get a hold of your instructor, you will need to email them on their SDI email, which can be located in the top section of your course. You cannot message them through Moodle, so please ensure that you are emailing them on their SDI email if you need to get a hold of them. All weekly assignments are due Sunday night at midnight Arizona time for that week. Failure to submit on time can result in loss of points. Please allow at least 3 business days for your instructor to grade your assignments. Any questions that you have in regards to the course, your assignments, exams, please email your instructor. And any issues that you experience with the online classroom, such as glitches, issues uploading assignments, etc., you can email Sarah McGilvery at sdi.edu, and she'll be more than happy to help you. And on behalf of Sarah and myself, we would like to welcome you to SDI.
Thank you very much, Brooke. Up next, we're going to go to our Director of Military and Veteran Programs, Rob Howard, and he's going to talk about our veteran programs and outreach. Rob, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Rob. Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the SDI family. For those of you that are current or former service members, I would like to personally thank you for your service to our country. As a retired soldier, I take great pride in assisting our military students and connecting you to the programs and resources that can help you achieve your educational goals. It is our goal to improve the current services we offer while ensuring you have an outstanding academic experience. If there are any resources that we do not offer and you feel that would benefit fellow students, please reach out to me. In addition to military veteran programs, we also execute the military outreach for SDI. Weekly, we publish a Where in the World is SDI note on our Facebook account. If you notice that we are in your area, please stop by and let us know how we are doing, or let us know if there is something that we can assist you with. Lastly, if there is an event that you would like us to show up to, please email me the information so it can be evaluated and I can make the necessary arrangements for us to be there. Once again, if we can be of any assistance to you during your tenure at SDI, please reach out to me at walter.howard@sdi.edu. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you very much, Rob. Up next, we're going to go to our Director of Curriculum and Assessment, Mike Olson, and he's going to talk about some of our honor societies and field studies. Mike, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, thanks, Rob. And good evening, everybody. Boy, Madam President Tracy was not kidding when she said you guys were going to get inundated with information. So, again, let me just reiterate, don't hesitate. Reach out to your student services advisor. If you can't remember who that is, shoot a message to your admissions advisor. We're all here to help you guys. So if there's something you're confused about or you caught something and you can't find it in the recording, hey, let us know. We will get you the information you need, or we'll point you to the person who has it. So I digress. Let me reiterate how much we appreciate that you've all chosen to, SDI to be a part of your educational and career path. For a lot of you, this is your first foray into higher education, and I know from personal experience that's a big leap, and I hope you're all very proud of yourselves for taking it. As Rob said, I am Mike Olson. I'm the Director of Curriculum and Assessment, and I want to talk to you tonight about some ways that you can really make the most out of your student experience. So what I do here as the Director of Curriculum, I manage the team that produces content and assignments. We develop our curriculum in accordance with subject matter experts in the field of firearms technology, and we design it to present you the facts and information you need to understand not only the how-tos of firearms technology, but the whats and whys in general. We want to see you, as adult learners, we want to see you go beyond the regurgitation of memorized information. That means you'll be reflecting on the content, you'll be asking questions, answering questions, looking for ways to connect to your own research and your own experience, and connect all of that with the perspectives of those experts that are reflected in our curriculum. Those of you that apply critical thinking and really take a deep dive into that content, you're the ones that are going to stand out to your instructors. And personally, that's how I'd love to see all of you apply yourselves. In addition to excelling in your classroom, there's some cool kind of ancillary things that you can do to really stand out in your academic career at SDI. One of the ways that you can do that is through membership in an honor society. And there's 2 that SDI participates with. And what I'd like for you guys to do, when you're done here tomorrow morning or something, take a second to check those out, so you can get some more information about honor societies and a few other things I'm going to discuss. You go back to our website, sdi.edu, and you all remember that Apply Now button that admissions talked to you guys about. Right next to that's a green button that says Current Students. If you click on that, you'll be able to access some of this information. So again, the first honor society I want to talk about it's called Delta Epsilon Tau, and it's sponsored by our accrediting agency, the DEAC. Delta Epsilon recognizes superior leadership and outstanding scholastic performance. It's a great way to gain some networking opportunities, and it's an opportunity to show affiliation. I do need to give you all a heads up. Delta Epsilon Tau is only open to graduates, so we're going to mark that down as a long-term goal. You're not going to, get through your first class and get into that. You will need to have final transcripts. The other honor society that SDI participates with, and that you'll see on that current students page, is called Salute Veterans Honor Society. And this affiliation is by invitation only, but SDI has been able to extend that invitation to all of our associate's degree students who are veterans or members of the armed services. So as well as recognizing achievement, Salute provides opportunities for members to compete for national scholarships and again, show a prestigious affiliation. And another benefit of Salute is that your one-time membership fee goes to helping other veterans gain access to education. In addition to honor societies, SDI nominates one graduate a year for our accrediting agency's Outstanding Graduate Award. And candidates are chosen by their academic accomplishments as well as their contribution to education or the respective industry. Again, this is by nomination. So if any of you are out there doing something awesome in firearms and you're doing great in your classes, let your instructors know, let your advisors know, so that we can take that into consideration when we're looking at candidates for the Outstanding Graduate Award. One more way that you can really elevate your experience here at SDI is through our field study opportunities. And these are opportunities that you can gain some valuable hands-on experience that go beyond the curriculum. So these are 2 to 4 week training sessions that are in person and on site at select partner locations. That's right, students actually go to an operational shop and get hands-on training. The topics of instruction are going to vary by the location, but they may obviously include gunsmithing, general repair, machining, troubleshooting, even retail. Please be advised, field studies are reserved for advanced gunsmithing certificate and associate's degree students or graduates, and they are by application only. Final selection is the prerogative of the field study partner, meaning that field study who's hosting it, they're the ones that's going to decide which applicant gets to come out and train. For more information about honor societies, the DEAC Outstanding Graduate Program, field studies, also a list of our field study partners, again, see that green Current Students button on our website, or give a shout to any of your advisors, or give me a call, shoot me an email, and we'll be happy to get you what you need. Rob, there's just 2 last things I want to go over before I hand the mic back. First, in addition to managing curriculum, I do assist with some of the career services initiatives. So when employers reach out to us with opportunities for you guys, or if you need assistance with you're discussing your goals or strategies or resume development or interviewing, I'll be happy to help you with that. Just shoot us a message at careerservices@sdi.edu. And finally, SDI has been approved to hire VA work study students. So really quickly, let me elaborate on what that means. It is a way to earn some extra money while going to school. You'll be doing VA-related tasks in our Scottsdale, Arizona location. So if you're living in the Metro Phoenix area and you're using your VA education benefits, please note this position is a maximum of 20 hours a week. You will be performing VA-related work, so helping with enrollment certifications, pulling reports, building bio pages, etc. It's a lot of computer work. And while it is a valuable way to earn VA work experience, remember, record keeping is a critical part of the firearms industry. It's what keeps people out of jail. So, even though we don't automatically think, oh, working on a computer is firearms experience, it's definitely that detail-oriented type of record keeping that you're going to be using throughout your career. So, if any of you are interested, please leave your name in the comment section with just a quick comment, hey, I want more info about the VA work studies, and we'll get back to you. And thanks, everybody, for letting me ramble a little bit. That about wraps it up. And again, thanks for choosing SDI.
Thank you very much, Mike. I think we have our technical difficulties fixed for our lead instructor, Kip Carpenter, who has over 40 years of experience in the industry. So, Kip, if your technical issues are fixed, go ahead and jump in and provide some information about the firearms industry.
Hi, Rob here, and I apologize to everybody for being late. I just want to say to everyone, congratulations for coming to SDI. I am thrilled for you to do so. I've got some news for all of you today. In fact, I heard the national reports. There's been over 3 million guns sold as of this year. That's a huge rising from the years that I've been in gunsmithing. What that means for you out there who's choosing this career, that means there's a lot of work for you waiting out there, and you've done the first best thing you could is to come get the knowledge that we have here at SDI. And on behalf of myself and the other instructors, we want to welcome you. And I just want to go over a few quick things with you. A lot of things have already been covered tonight, but first off, let's talk about the proctoring. That is so important that if you're in a class where you have proctoring, you want to have that done within the first 2 weeks and be signed up so they can make sure that you can get all your exams taken. Second of all, when it comes to attendance and homework, and homework, we have a policy in place. You should have received in your welcome letter from your instructors a copy of that. If not, you need to reach out to them and ask them for that. It's very important. We'll work with you every way we can if you're going to be late on assignments, but there's a lot of things that play into effect here that's going to depend on whether or not you're going to lose your VA benefits, or if you go too far and the course automatically drops you. So not only stay in touch with us, please stay in touch with your student service advisors as well, so we can all keep you on track and keep yourself on track. The other thing I want to go over too is it's really important that when you do your weekly assignments, and we know everybody's excited to get going, go back and read your material again if you can, and devote some time to it so you have time to digest it and keep it into your head, because down the road you will be surprised at how much of this will come back for you and how much you'll be able to retain. And another thing I want to reach out, and this is probably really, really important, because we are an online school, we the instructors can't see what you're going through. We can read your papers, we can grade your papers, and we can kind of tell if you're absorbing things. But if you're having any kind of difficulty, please, please reach out to us and ask for help. We can't help you if you don't ask for it. And you need to take responsibility for your education, and don't be afraid to ask any question. There is no dumb question, and especially in the world of gunsmithing. It's a very serious business, and we want to help you every way we can. I know that a lot of the material was covered tonight, and again, I apologize for being late, but you will have 2 assignments every week to turn in, usually a reflection and a summary, and you will also have a discussion board. Discussion boards are really awesome. They're a great way for you to exchange ideas with your fellow students and also your instructors. And we want you to really, really reach out and be part of that. Don't just forget about that. That's really, really important. And another thing I want to go over too is that when it comes to study time, I know a lot of you say, well, I'm really busy, and you can find time to study. It's time management, and we know how critical it is. We all have to do it, but it's really important that you have some quiet time to study. Remember that you're dealing with people's firearms, and that you're going to want to have time like that to really absorb the material. As I've stated, I've been doing this for 40 years now, and I never stop learning. I still read books, and just like today when I got that information, I was talking to somebody through the ATF, and just don't be afraid to ask questions, absorb, and really get out there and study the material, and you will go very far in this business. I can assure you that. And with that being said, I just want to welcome you to the classes and to SDI, and any way we can help you, we're all here to help you. We're like a team, we're like a family at SDI, and that is no joke. We all communicate with each other, so if you have any kind of questions or needs, please reach out to us so that we can help you get the answers that you need. And welcome, and we look forward to having you in class. Back to you, Rob.
Thank you very much, Kip. So before we get to the questions portion, thank you to everyone that presented information. I appreciate it. I know we've thrown a lot of information at all of you, so if you do have any questions at the end of this, please keep submitting them, or email your advisors that you learned their email addresses throughout the presentation, and we'll get those answered for you. I want to cover a few things that are very important before we get to the question portion, so please pay very close attention to the items that I'm going to cover. They're very important to your success here at SDI. The first thing I want to talk about is satisfactory academic progress, or SAP. You have a requirement to have a 2.0 cumulative GPA and to complete at least 67% of your courses throughout your program. Please remember this. Anytime you drop or fail a course, it can affect your SAP. If you have 2 semesters in a row of not meeting SAP, you can lose access to all funding. So please make sure you are paying very close attention to that and you're successfully completing your courses as they are scheduled. Shipping happens 2 weeks prior to every course start date. So for all of the November starts, all of your laptops and books, whatever format you requested, they all have been shipped out. You all should have received your tracking information. If you have not received your tracking information, please reach out to shipping@sdi.edu and we will make sure that all of your books and laptops have been shipped out. For the remaining courses throughout your program, not all courses come with materials, so please keep that in mind. If you go to the sdi.edu website, which is on the screen right now, if you go up to the programs button at the top and pick the program you're in, let's say if you're in the associate program, if you click on that, you'll see over here on the left side of the screen a tools list. This will list the courses that actually come with tools. So you don't need to reach out to shipping if you haven't received tools if the course that you're in does not have tools that come with it. So please make yourselves familiar with that list so that way you're not reaching out if you don't have to. Okay, so for now, for all the new starts, laptops and books have been shipped. You should have received your communication, so please reach out to shipping@sdi.edu if you have not received that information. Attendance, like we covered, you need to post attendance every 14 days at least. Okay, if you want to work ahead in your courses, you can complete coursework, you can do your written assignments, save them to your computer, and then just post them when they're due each week. That way you won't fall out of attendance and you won't be dropped. Okay, as was mentioned earlier, anytime you are dropped from your program, it will affect your funding. You could owe debts to VA or TA or to SDI. So please make sure that you're completing your courses, you're completing your semesters. If you need to drop, reach out to your advisors and they will give you the right information to help you make the best decision. Transcripts. All official transcripts are required if you're in the certificate or associate's program. Okay, please get those into us before you start. Before the end of your semester is a requirement, but please get them in as soon as you possibly can. Request them, submit them, that way you're not unregistered from future courses. If we don't have them by the end of the semester, then we need to stop your coursework. So please keep that in mind and get your transcripts requested. It does not matter what prior institutions you attended. Okay, if you went to a refrigeration school, that does not matter. We need all of your transcripts, so please get those in as soon as possible. Throughout your program here, if you're doing any cool labs or builds or anything of that nature, use social media. Reach out to your fellow students, have a good time, post pictures, use hashtag SDI student. Anytime you're posting a picture out on Instagram or anything like that, that way we can see it and we can share it so everyone can see all the good work that all of you are doing. So please keep that in mind. Make sure you're having that community with all of your fellow students. It's a good way to get the most out of your program. By now you should have received your information to log into Moodle or your learning management system. Brooke covered it earlier. This is the system that you're going to submit all your coursework, post to your discussion boards. Your username for your LMS is also your student ID. So when your instructors ask you to enter the student ID on any of your paperwork, use that username that you receive for your learning management system. Please understand the difference between Moodle and the portal. So Moodle or your LMS, which is what is on the screen right now, this is where you're actually going to submit your coursework, post to your discussion boards, see your schedule, all of that information. The portal is where you can access to see your ledger, you can see what documents you are missing, you can also see your schedule on here, so please make sure you understand the difference between the two. Okay, so the one that's on the screen now is your online learning management system, and then the other one that's on right now is your student portal. So please know the difference between the two and don't get confused. We, at the end of every course or semester, we send surveys out. Okay, please make sure you take the time to complete the surveys, give us honest feedback. We cannot make any improvements in any of our courses or our programs without your honest feedback. So if you get a survey, please answer it to the best of your ability. You know, we use student feedback constantly to make sure that we're providing you guys with the best education possible. So please take those seriously and complete those as they come through. Lastly, this is an online program. Okay, if you're in the certificate, associates, or a standalone course, it is all online. All of us are here to help you if you have any questions, but at the end of the day, it is your responsibility to get the most out of your program. Make sure you're paying attention to your schedules. Make sure you're paying attention to your due dates for your assignments. If you're ever going to have anything that's late, or if you ever run into a personal situation where you're going to have an issue posting in your courses, please reach out. Please communicate. We can't help you if we don't know what the issue is, and we are all here to assist you. Okay? Try to connect with your fellow students, post your pictures, get the most out of your education, join your societies. It's up to you to make sure you get the best out of this whole experience. So we appreciate everybody joining this webinar. Right now I'm going to open it up to any questions. Lindsay's been answering the questions throughout the presentation, but if there's any questions we may have missed, Lindsay, go ahead and let me know if there's anything out there. She said no. Okay, so it looks like all of the questions have been answered throughout the program. If you have a question that was not answered throughout the presentation, email your student services advisor, your financial services advisor, shipping, whoever you need to reach out to, and we will take care of you very quickly. Once again, welcome to SDI. We are excited to work with all of you, and we look forward to all of you being successful. Thank you very much, and have a great evening.